A Los Angeles Rams football player was pulled over on a traffic stop, number one, for speeding. Come to find out, his license was suspended or revoked. He had in his possession a stolen gun, receiving stolen property, high-capacity magazines. He's going to jail, and he's probably going to be bailed out by the league. Now, nobody told black man to go steal a gun, drive without a license, drive while suspended, and have a high-capacity magazine on his person. So I did some research, and this is what I found. From the years 2000 to 2014, do you know the NFL players throughout the league had over 713 run-ins with the law? That's 2.5% on average that they have dealings with the police. 713 players had run-ins with the law. They had 202 DUIs, 88 assaults, 85 domestic disturbances, 38 gun charges, 35 assaults, 35 alcohol-related crashes, 21 burglary and/or thefts. Guy had a stolen gun this past Friday. 7 murders. Can anybody recall Ray Caruth? Had his baby mama killed. 6 cases of animal abuse. Michael Vick. Doing my research from 2000 and 2014, these are the teams in order that had the high rate of arrest, run-ins with the police, drunk and disorderly conduct, nightclub shootings, whole 9 yards. This is the top team, and I'm going to read them in succession of their order. Minnesota has the highest. They had from 2000 to 2014 over 44 members of their team arrested. 44. Cincinnati Bengals had 43, Denver had 40, Tennessee Titans had 32, Tampa had 31. That these players are full of crap. If you have 44 people on one team from 2000 to 2014, tells me that y'all have a problem. The problem is not the police. The problem is with your players. That's what the problem is. Domestic abuse, 202 DUIs, 85 domestic violence, the oppression that we're so-called suffering are at the hands of the police. No, it's by the hands of your freaking football players. 88 assaults, 85 domestic violence charges. Your team is the problem. The athletes you hire to make these million-dollar contracts is the problem. Now, you have this moral clause that are in your contract, but yet you allow for wives to be choked in elevators, dog fighting, prostitution rings, murder, drug transaction, drug trafficking, all these things the police are not doing. It's your players. It's the piece of crap that you're hiring to play football, and you want us to cheer you on, and you want us to watch you on Sunday night football and Monday night football. I, for one, turned off my DirecTV, and I'm saving my money. We just had a fool last weekend, got locked up on weapons charges with a stolen gun and receiving stolen property, speeding with a suspended license. The police didn't put him behind the wheel of the car. I'm calling you out. You are now known as the National Felon League. That's what you are, the National Felon League. That is fitting for the NFL. Black man has a better chance being shot by another black man than the police. You have on average a chance to be murdered by a black man before you are actually murdered by a police officer. Police officer involved shootings are at 4%. Black on black shootings are a whopping 89%.
And overpaid, whiny pro athletes are now all about the Constitution and First Amendment. Yeah, so long as the message and speech is their own. See, they keep getting this whole free speech thing twisted, so let me help them out. First of all, team owners have every right to enforce rules, and standing for the anthem should be one of them, if the NFL values money, ratings, and viewership. And Roger Goodell, you disgust me. You're the same fool who denied the Dallas Cowboys' request to wear an arm-in-arm decal on their helmets in honor of slain police officers. But now you're about free speech, and this is the cause you choose to defend? The hatred of America? The disrespect of our country, our flag, and our patriotism? Way to go. And here's the thing about the First Amendment, free speech, and freedom of expression. Democrats, kneelers, and leftist mainstream media hacks, listen up. Free speech isn't just saying what you want to say, it's also hearing what you don't want to hear. See, problem is, these people think they should be able to do whatever they want, and no one should criticize or question it. Wrong. Your protest doesn't get a safe space. You want to get political? Fine. Put it out there. Disrespect the country. But don't for 1 second think people like me are going to let it go unquestioned. No. I'll be happy to remind you what that flag and that anthem mean, because maybe, just maybe, it's bigger than you and your temper tantrum. We stand for the anthem and salute the flag out of respect for those who have fought, died, and sacrificed so we can live and flourish in the greatest nation on the face of the earth. Under God and under the American flag, we are not white, black, or brown. We are red, white, and blue. Congrats, Colin Kaepernick. You made hatred of America the new celebrity fad. George Soros is so proud. And President Trump has every right to defend our country, our anthem, and our flag. If that offends you, too bad. Respect, honor, and love of country isn't a white thing or a conservative thing or a Trump supporter thing. It's an American thing. It's a reminder to the military families who have lost loved ones, their fellow Americans recognize and remember their sacrifice. That's why we stand. And since when did disrespecting the American flag, our national anthem, our military, and our veterans become agenda items of the Democratic Party? Is that what you stand for, Democrats? If so, it's no wonder you continue to lose elections. Keep it up. You're reminding America-loving patriots why we voted for Donald J. Trump. Yeah, kneeling for the anthem might win Hollywood and the mainstream media, but defending and loving this country wins the American people.
Oh, but the NFL players did stand in the United Kingdom for the British anthem, God Save the Queen. Yes, they showed more respect for the anthem of the nation that once tyrannized us than for the nation which plucked many of them from poverty and propelled them to be multi-millionaire celebrity athletes. If the NFL was so concerned with protecting free expression, where was their defense of the players who wanted to honor the victims of 9/11 on their cleats? Oh, that's right. The NFL forbid that. Where was their defense of the players who wanted to honor the murdered Dallas police officers with decals on their helmets? Oh, that's right. The NFL forbid that too. If the NFL was so concerned with protecting free expression, where was their defense of the player who wanted to wear a number 40 sticker on his helmet to honor fallen warrior and former NFL player Pat Tillman? Oh, that's right. The NFL told him no. The NFL regulates decorum on and off the field when it suits their agenda. So much for freedom of speech. It's funny how Roger Goodell is more upset about President Trump disrespecting the league than his players disrespecting our country. When you kneel during our national anthem, you're not protesting Donald Trump. We don't care what you feel about Donald Trump. You're disrespecting our flag. It's like you're standing in front of my family who serves in the military and saying, screw you. This is Article 1 of the Code of Conduct of the U.S. Armed Forces. Every man and woman who serves in the military takes this oath. It reads, I am an American, fighting in the forces which guard my country and our way of life. I am prepared to give my life in their defense. When you disrespect the flag, you're disrespecting my family who are willing to die for you. So let me ask you this as you sit there on your knee. Who are you willing to die for? What country are you disrespecting? The one where you can be born in a ghetto and through hard work and talent and dedication, 25 years later you can earn a fatter salary than 99% of Americans? The country where you can criticize the president and you suffer no repercussions? The country where dissent of politicians is patriotic and not a crime? The country where you're free to air your opinions however stupid they may be? Where you're free to worship whomever you want, associate with whatever friends you want, marry whomever you choose, and vote for the candidate you feel best represents you? The country where less than 1% of men and women take the oath to protect and defend us all from enemies, foreign and domestic, and fight and die so we're free to sit in a stadium on Sunday afternoon and watch a football game in safety and security and liberty. You're trying to make everything about race, but we all bleed red. That's what the flag represents. So we don't forget the men and women whose seats are empty because they gave their lives to keep us free. Do you think the black soldiers who gave their lives for American freedom came home draped in a different flag? No, they didn't. They came home draped in the flag you turned your back on.